poignant evidence of this experience, the thing that really brings home the emotional toll, are those poems, the ones carved into the walls.
Oh, the poems are incredible. They're this raw, enduring record of what people went through. These weren't just scribbled notes. They were often complex, deeply felt poems, sometimes in classical Chinese styles.
What did they write about?
Loneliness, injustice, the feeling of being caged, the agonizing wait, waiting for months while officials debated whether your life had value enough to be admitted. Some even touch on despair, thoughts of suicide. It's heartbreaking, and it shows the incredible depth and literacy of the very people being treated as, crude laborers or threats.
That intense pressure, the near impossibility of getting in legally, it directly led to this underground system, right? The Paper Sons.
Yes, the Paper Sun system. It's a testament to just how desperate people were to reunite families, to find a way around this wall of exclusion.
How did it work, exactly?
Well, a crucial event was the 1906 San Francisco earthquake and fire. It destroyed huge amounts of municipal records, including birth certificates. This created an opportunity, a loophole.
No.
Chinese men already in the U.S. could claim they were native-born citizens whose records were lost. And as citizens, they could theoretically bring relatives over from China, particularly sons. So young men in China would purchase or be given the identity documents of a fictitious son of one of these citizens. They became paper sons.
So it wasn't just saying, I'm his son. It was much more involved.
Well, incredibly involved. It was a high-stakes performance. Families back in China and the sponsors in the U.S. would create these elaborate backstories, fake genealogies. They relied on coaching books.
Coaching book.
Yeah, detailed scripts covering every imaginable detail about the supposed family, the village, the house layout, how many steps to the well, who your neighbors were, your third cousin's dog's name, insane details. Because the immigration officials at Angel Island would interrogate the son and the father separately, sometimes weeks or months apart, asking these minute, often totally irrelevant questions.
Just trying to find one slip up.
Exactly. One tiny discrepancy and you're deported. The psychological stress must have been immense, living under that false identity, sometimes for your entire life. But for many, it was the only way, the only path to bring family over, to escape the poverty or turmoil back home.
So amidst all this, the legal exclusion, the violence, the detention, the need for deception, the sources still emphasized this quiet resilience. It wasn't coming from politicians.
No, the hope, the survival, it came from the ground up, from the everyday people within those Chinatowns. That's maybe the most powerful part of this era's story.
Who are we talking about?
The laundromat owners who worked grueling hours, the teachers who maybe secretly taught English on the side, the cooks in the restaurants, the grocers, the herbalists, people running small businesses, forming rotating credit clubs to pool resources because banks wouldn't lend to them.
Building their own world.
Exactly. Building these self-sustaining ecosystems, preserving culture, supporting each other. They were laying this painstaking brick-by-brick foundation, ensuring the community survived, ensuring there was something for the next generation to inherit, something stronger than the hostile world outside. It was quiet work, but absolutely foundational.
Okay, so the narrative takes a significant turn, finally, with World War II. This becomes a major catalyst for change, doesn't it?
It really does. When China becomes a key ally of the United States against Japan and the Axis powers, suddenly the geopolitical calculus shifts entirely.
So the image of Chinese people in America starts to improve.
It does, but let's be clear. The sources suggest this wasn't some sudden enlightenment about equality. It was largely pragmatic. Needing China as a global ally against a common enemy made the existing anti-Chinese laws look hypocritical and, frankly, counterproductive to the war effort.
An awkward position for the U.S. government.
Very. So this external alliance finally forces an internal policy change. The Chinese Exclusion Act is repealed in 1943.
And when we say that, we have to really emphasize the time frame. 61 years.
61 long years. Think about that. Multiple generations lived their entire lives under that shadow, under a federal law specifically designed to exclude them based on their race. Removing it from the books was huge, symbolically.
But the repeal itself, the Magnuson Act, it wasn't exactly throwing open the doors, was it?
Oh, not at all. Far from it. While it technically ended exclusion, it replaced it with an incredibly tiny annual quota. Initially, only 105 Chinese immigrants were allowed per year.
105, that's minuscule.
It's basically nothing in terms of actual immigration impact. So it was much more a symbolic victory, a gesture to an ally, than a practical opening. It certainly wasn't an apology for the past 60 years.
But it did do one other crucial thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regarding citizenship.
Yes, and this was significant. It finally granted the right of naturalization to Chinese immigrants already living legally in the U.S. That was a massive step towards official civic belonging, something denied since 1882.
And gaining that right, even with a tiny quota, it seems like it sparked something, a demand for more.